Back to the channel, lads. It's episode 32 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. The January transfer window is open and have been for the last 4 days. We're yet to sign or sell any players though, but that could change in this episode. There are a couple of positions that I would like to strengthen if budget permits us to do so. We've got £90 million in our transfer budget. It will be difficult to bring in two players considering I'm also wanting to give a few players contracts extension or improved wages, I should say, because they've got long-term contracts but not quite happy with your wages. But Lewis Thomas here and wanting to terminate his contract, his centre midfielder, youth academy, of course, 77 to 83 potential. I'm going to promote him to the first team. Why not? To join, the many of the youth academy players that we have already promoted in the last couple of seasons. We are yet to see them make an impact in the first team, but I've got a feeling in the next seasons or two that would begin to happen, and we will begin to see a couple of those youth academy players and playing in the first team, whether as a starter or providing sort of support to the first team and rotation players, I should say. But in the next couple of seasons, I've got a feeling we will begin to see some of that happening. But going into our squad and areas that I want to strengthen, I want to bring in a box-to-box midfielder. Don't get me wrong, we've got Daniel, we've got Diomande, and we've also got Morgan Gibbs-White who can play there if we need to. But look what we have on the bench. We've got Buckley, we've got Travis, we've got Thomas, who we have just promoted. When you have to take off a Diomande who's 82 rated, and then you bring on a Buckley who's 73 rated, there's a big difference, isn't it? There is a big difference. We want to get to a situation where if you're taking off Diomande, you want to bring in a player who is 76, 77 rated, and that way the gap is not that much. Buckley, I love him. I've said that a few times. He's been amazing for us, but maybe it's time to upgrade a little bit for what we have on the bench at the moment. And I want to also bring in a left back if the budget allows us to. Oh, it's unfortunate, isn't it, for Harrison Burrows, who I thought he's beginning to become a very important player for us in that first team. He struggled at the start, but improving. He kept on improving games after games, but he's picked up a broken toe, which means he's out for the next 3 months. And it's a shame, really. He could come back rather than being a starter. He ends up becoming a backup to whoever we sign if we can. It's tough, isn't it? It's tough, these injuries, but we're managing them quite well at the moment. What we're going to do very quickly here is look at some contracts extension. Well, not really contract extension because these players have got long deals here at Blackburn Rovers. It's a case of, giving them improved wages. So we've got our highest paid player at the moment, Morgan Gibbs-White, who is on £40,000 a week, and exactly the same as Yohan Bonny, two of our most expensive signings. We've got Diomande, who is not far away, but then you've got Tyrese Dolan, who is 80 rated on 23k a week. It doesn't make sense. And we've also got Daniel, who is 78 rated on 19k a week. Those couple of players that they need to be rewarded. Bazunu as well, being on 16k a week and 81 rated. He needs a new contract, and that's what I'm going to sort out pretty quickly here. And let's start this one with Tyrese Dolan. That's a lot in appearance and signing on bonus, isn't it? That is a lot of money, £690,000. And I am going to give him appearance bonus of, let's just make that 400k. 690k is a little bit too much. It's not quite what he wants, but he will sign the contracts, an extension of 1 more year added to his 3 years and 5 months, which he's got left at the moment. So that keeps him here for almost the next 5 years, which is fantastic news for us. And we're going to quickly sort out one as well for Daniel. Though, if you do well, if you put your head down and do well for this football club, you get rewarded with game times and ultimately new contracts, just like Tyrese Dolan. And I will be extending his contract for a further 2 years to keep him here for the next 4.5 years, pretty much. And he's been fantastic for us ever since that we signed him. It's not quite what they want, but he's happy to sign that contract extension. And just like that, we have gone from two players who were unhappy with their contract to a couple of players who are much happier now. But Zunu is still pretty much happy with his £16,000 a week. I think for a goalkeeper of his quality, last season he was amongst the highest clean sheets that was kept in the league. This season he's up there as well, and 16k a week considering some of the other players. I know he's a goalkeeper, and maybe sometimes you don't give goalkeepers that much money, but 16k a week, he's 81 rated. 16k a week is way too low for him. In terms of bonuses, I don't want to give him as much as the outfield players. Don't get me wrong, he was happy with 16k a week, so going from 16 to doubling his wages, 30k a week there, with an additional 100k in signing on bonus. And if he should go on to keep 25 clean sheets this season, he gets another 100k. Crucial first team player, of course, it's going to be. And just like the other two players, we get to keep him here for the remaining 4.5 years, or 4 years and 5 months. And all of a sudden, the wages are looking it's looking quite good, isn't it? I like to keep that wage structure. It makes it realistic. It makes players, perform better to be able to earn that bigger contract. And as long as they keep doing that, I will once in a while look to give them new contract. But I haven't decided yet whether I want to extend Pickering's contract or ranking Costello's contract. I haven't decided yet. Maybe we will keep Costello, just because at the moment we are in need of left backs more than a right back. Let's give him a new contract, and Pickering rather, and why not? Let's give him a new contract. I will decide for Costello before the January transfer window ends. I was going to be happy with a squad rotation role, isn't it? Just a 1-year extension for him, and in terms of wages, I'm just going to look to bump his wages slightly up from 15 to 18,000 pounds a week. It's a reasonable offer. It wasn't going to cost us too much to give him a new offer. Actually, he's not happy with the contract, but that would do the job for now up until next season. Let's take a look at the progress of some of our youth academy players that we have sent out on loan. And Gordon Sterling is now 68 rated, which is good. Ethan Carney, I need you to grow a little bit more, mate. He's 69 rated. Hopefully he'll be about 71 rated before the end of the season. And who else? We have got Doran, who's now 71 rated. That's good to see. And centre back, 5'11". He'll end up being a squad rotation player. And who knows if he gets much better than this, then he could be competing for first team places. But we've got Cobbin, who's now 69 rated. And Goodwin is 63 rated. Evan, 68 rated. Roussel is probably the one that probably the player that have surprised me the most. He's now 72 rated. What a loan move to Leganés. And that is for him, the Spanish side. And the final one here, we've got Laye, who is 65 rated. Crawford's loan move to Luton Town have been good for him as well. He's now 72 rated. We've got Moshon, another one that have surprised me. I think he was only 65 or 66 rated when we sent him out on loan. He's now 71 rated, and that is good to see. But anyway, we've got our first game of today's episode. It's a cup game. It's the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. It's going to be tough for us. Anfield have probably got the most cutscenes in this game. It's like every competition, every game you face Liverpool at Anfield, it's a different cutscenes. It's good to see, don't get me wrong, but I would like to see this for a lot more teams. It looks like they've prioritized the Premier League teams, if you will, because we weren't seeing this amount of cutscenes when we were in the Championship. It is good to see, like I said. I'm not critiquing it or anything. I would just like to see this with a lot more teams rather than Liverpool or the big six teams, if you know what I mean. But some would say that's where the game gets most of its money for. It's a heavily rotated starting 11 there for Liverpool. The likes of Sanchez starting, McDonald starts for them as well. The back four, though, that they have gone with, it is strong. They've got a strong back four. Rodrigo starts for them. out wide from that right-hand side, the replacement for Mo Salah. So he hasn't really set the world apart when we have come against Liverpool in the past. He's a good player, really, really good player, and of course doing well for Real Madrid in real life. That nil in possession here, out wide to 1J1. I mean, few players have signed a contracts going into this game, so some of them are on the bench. Daniel starts this one, but the likes of Tyrese Dolan is on the bench for this game. I'm trying to stay focused. They're excellent defending, Carter. It's not an easy player to try and control, you know, Luis Diaz from that left-hand side. Nice interception, only back to Brobby to Beck. Owen Beckstar is on loan at Blackburn Rovers. First season of the save. He's playing regular first team football for Liverpool, isn't he? Oh, what a block, Flamingo. What a block, son. Excellent defending. That's a ball to Brobby. This is the thing about Liverpool. They always leave at least two players up front. And if you commit so many players forward like that, you risk them catching you on the break. You almost have that two players up front every single time. Exactly the same as Newcastle. That's why these two teams, I find it so difficult to play against them. When we face the likes of City, I'm comfortable defending against City compared to Liverpool or let's say Newcastle or even Chelsea can be a tricky team to come up against sometimes. Oh, well played there. Oh, come on. You cannot be giving possession away like that so cheaply just before the end of the first half as well. Oh, wow. So much space there for Rodrigo. Well, Flamingo, yet again, with another crucial block. How many of those has he done in this half alone? For me, the man of the match he's not put a foot wrong for us in this game. Excellent defensive performance from the centre-back. These adverse conditions, they are tricky to play on, you know, the snowy condition, the rainy condition. It makes such a huge difference to the game. I don't know how many times I've said that. I mean, a lot of people that do turn it off. They don't want to have these conditions impact the game. But like I said, it makes it realistic. Hence, I'm deciding to carry on doing it, even if when we play in these conditions, we do struggle a lot. Liverpool have started the second half here. Exactly how they finished the first. Oh, wow, 2 shots already on target. Only 5 minutes in. Come on, you've got to track him down, 1J1. He's got the pace to recover. Maybe not. Look at what I mean. Always 3 players forward. Always 3 players forward at all times for Liverpool. Oh, and Beggs to the far post. Oh, it's Rodrigo. I was saying just before the start of the game that he's yet to make an impact against us, the replacement for Salah. And you just know he was going to go on and score against us in this game, don't you? Oh, and Beggs, I mean, against a team where he spent almost a season on loan. What a cross from him and good finish. It's a shame that we conceded a goal like that, you know, going into that second half. I thought defensively we have been amazing in this game. Oh, that's a good ball to Wang Jae-won. Could we have a quick equalizer here? Pull back. Oh, buddy. You should be doing better there, son. That wasn't Bonnie. Bonnie's the one that won possession back for us. Morgan Gibbs-White was the one that missed the opportunity. Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured, but we don't care. As Harry Leonard with the equalizer for us. Morgan Gibbs-White, a player that is not scored for a while, and same as Bonnie. Bonnie have not scored for a while as well, but both players have played a crucial part in that goal. Oh, it's good to get him. It's good to get back into the game, isn't it? It's really, really good to get back. But Nene and Todd Cantwell coming off the bench here to replace the likes of Harry Leonard and Bonnie coming off as well, being replaced here for the remaining 8 to 10 minutes of this game. Oh, it's a pullback here for Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz has set that one up for Brian Brobby, the striker they've signed from Ajax. It looks a little bit awkward when he runs. The way he plays on the game, he just looks a little bit awkward, I've got to say. I don't know if anyone have noticed that. Come on. We just have to hang on. It's a two-leg tie, isn't it? The Carabao Cup. I believe it's a two-leg tie. I might be wrong though, but if this one finishes as a draw, we will find out. Oh my God. We will do well to hang on to the draw here. We will do really well. Oh, one last opportunity. Hold. Bonnie, son. You've got to hold that. You've got to hold the ball there for us. That's something that he has improved on a lot since the start of the season. His hold-up play, but it's not elite hold-up play. It's not elite at all, which sometimes we struggle with that. We lose possession and teams get to hit us on the break. But 1-0 draw at Anfield, taking the returning leg to Ewood Park. Not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. I would have ideally want to win the game and not have the second leg. So when is the second leg then scheduled for against Liverpool? The 3rd of February, which gives us a little bit of time to prepare for that game. But honestly, it is a joke in this modern times, the amount of games that you have to play, that the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup is still a two-leg tie. It's unbelievable. No need for extra time, actually. Straight after 90 minutes, if it's not settled, straight into penalties. We don't need no extra time, and we definitely don't need one more game. But after we've got Bristol City up next, we have got West Ham, Wolves, and Lech Poznan in the Europa League. Winning that game against Lech Poznan almost guarantees us finishing in the top 8, the automatic places in the Europa League, and that is what we want to do. We want to avoid playing 2 more games in the playoff phase. But talking about amount of games that we have to play, we are also picking up a lot of injuries this season. And at the moment, we have got our 2 starting defenders in Burrows, who is out for the next 3 months. We're not expecting him back until April, and we're only in January. And we have got Koulibaly, who should be back in the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. He should be back. And we're a little bit short in that defensive positions, especially the left back, given that we've only got Harry Pickering as our only available left back, and he's only 72 rated. We can't expect him to play every single game from now to April, and that means we will have to make signings, especially in that left back position. We've got 2 of them right now. We've got Hugo Bueno, who is 77 rated, and we've also got Christopher Lund Hansen, the American, who I believe physically, in terms of up and down that left-hand side, he might just be a little bit better than Bueno. Technically, though, Bueno edges it. But I think I will go for Lund Hansen, purely the fact that I think he's still got so much improvement technically. And if he gets better technically, he's got the higher ceiling, basically, I'm trying to say. But Hugo Bueno, he doesn't look bad, does it? He really doesn't look back. It might end up coming down to, in terms of price, one of the big reasons I'm wanting to go for Lund Hansen, it's his wages. The fact that he's only on it's only on 4.4k a week, compared that to £42,000 for Hugo Bueno. This might be a very tricky deal for us to do, but I want to try and get him for less than his market value. Let's start with £10 million here straight away. Okay, they want Carter and asking for £8 million as well. Well, that's never going to happen. I'm going to stick with the £10 million and £10 million and just give them a little 10% sell-on clause here. That is overpaying 10% sell-on clause, and £10 million. They want £16.3 million as well as a 10% sell-on clause. Well, that is not happening. That is not happening. I'm willing to go up to 15% sell-on clause, 11 million. It looks like he's valued highly here at is it Palermo, the Italian side? He's certainly valued highly. They will take a little bit of time to look into that deal. That's a shame. That's a shame, but we're not paying. We don't have the money to pay £16 million for him. That leaves us nothing to be able to sort out his wages. But let's see what they come back and say. You're not going to budge, are they, Palermo? They've come back requesting for £17.2 million. I really like the player. One thing we're going to get rid of immediately, though, if we do manage to sign him, is that pink boots, mates. We've got to get rid of that immediately. But let's see. Let's give them a little bit more. I don't want to give them the 17 million, but let's give them £13 million. They're going to straight out reject that. Okay, £14 million. Now we're talking £40 million, not too bad, but I think we can get him for the 13. Let's just get the deal done. Please get the deal done. 13 and a half. I feel like this is going to take forever, but we're going to do the 13 again. 500k might make the difference in terms of wages. Okay, we have a deal. Let's tidy up the paperwork and approach Loon Hansen. I feel like I might have been able to get him for £12 million, exactly his market value. But it is what it is. We might have overpaid slightly, but we really do need a left back. Given that he's only on 4.4k a week at his current club right now, I feel like bumping that up to 25k a week might just be a good thing to do here. And then a £200,000 in signing on bonus, he should accept that. It's a reasonable offer. We might have given him a little bit too much in wages, but given the fact that our highest earners are on 35 and 40k a week, keeping it halfway between that. But I think I've slightly overpaid for him. He gets the number 25 shirt, which is not bad at all. Have we overpaid for him? It is time to find out. We definitely have, by about a million or two more. But it is what it is. We need it is an A. It is an A. That's surprising. I didn't think it was going to be an A. I thought it was going to be a B or a C. But we have overpaid for him. But according to the board, just by 200k, which is not too bad. But we get ourselves a new first choice left back here. Unfortunately for Burrows, when he's back in April, he's going to have to settle for being a backup left back. It is football. Football can be sometimes, what's the word I'm looking for? Football can be ruthless. Oh my God, I feel so happy that I figured the word out. But yeah, it is what it is. We signed, what I mean by football can be ruthless is we did sign Harrison Burrows as our first choice left back. All of a sudden, he picks up an injury. We go on to sign a player that is a little bit better than him, and he's going to have to come back from injury, having to fight for that left back position. That's how it's supposed to be, though. You need competition in all areas of the pitch, and we have got one now in that left back position. But we are away from home, FA Cup. This is the third round, I believe. It's Bristol City. I have rotated heavily there, especially at the back. But up front, we are a little bit strong with Morgan Gibbs-White, Tyrese Dolan, and Nene starting as our sort of attacking little trio. Man, it's windy out here, man. Apologies if you can hear the wind smashing against the window. But Tyrese Dolan puts us in front quite early in this game. What a start. But that's one of the things about living in the northwest part of England, isn't it? Your Liverpool, your Manchester, in the winter, the rain and the wind it's crazy. It's probably the same across all areas in the UK, but a little bit worse in the northwest. And if you live in this part of the world, you tend to get used to it. But apologies if you can hear the wind in the background. I mean, we have been the dominant team here. If any team is going to score the second, it's looking like it will be Blackburn Rovers. Oh, Tyrese Dolan again. That time, a little bit more of a spectacular from him as he gets his brace in this game. What a half. We have been by far the better team and deserve the 2-0 advantage. 65% possession. We've only created the 2 chances, though, which we have completely taken advantage of here going into this second half. Attack here for Bristol City. I'm going to make some changes here. A couple of changes. Leonard and Smith coming off the bench. Hector Smith, he will be going out on loan to probably Swansea. And we have got Chris King, the number 2 there, who starts this game for us at the back. He probably will be going out on loan to Sheffield United as well. Both offers accepted for both players. Now we've got to just keep the clean sheet now, haven't we? We've got to just... I always predict this for some reason. I always you can tell when they're going to score. It's Scott Armstrong, the former Queen's Park Rangers striker, and pulls one back here for Bristol City. We should hang on from here now, shouldn't we? We should hang on from here. Otherwise, it would have been a disappointment. But on the balance of play, we do deserve to win this game. I keep saying, though, in this cup competitions, the performance almost doesn't matter. What's important is that you win the game and that you progress to the next rounds. Well, a couple of outgoings here to bring to you. Chris King, the centre-back, has moved on loan till the end of the season to Sheffield United. Decent loan move there for him, I've got to say. And we have got Hector Schmidt, who has also moved on loan to Swansea for the remainder of the season. And I felt like keeping King, but the fact that we have brought in a left-back now, that means Pickering can give us cover in both sorts of left and right-hand side. Even though he's left-footed, I think he can do it. And we've got Wang Jae-won, who can also give us cover in the centre-back position, as he has done in the game against, in our last cup game against Bristol City. Hence, sending out Chris King out on loan for the remainder of the season, it's not a bad idea. Away from home here against West Ham, who has dropped from being in the top four. They're now 9th in the Premier League. That is a big drop for them. That there must have been. They must have not had the best results in the last few games, but we have to take this game seriously, as I think West Ham have got a few players in that team, the likes of Mohamed Kudus. They have got the likes of, I'm not sure if they still have Gerard Bowen as well. And these are players that can cause you troubles if you give them the spaces or the chances to do so. But let's get into this one. We're about to see some bubbles everywhere here. It can be annoying, you know, all the bubbles. It's nice on the build up like this, but at the start of the game, you see it everywhere on the pitch, and sometimes it can make it a little bit tricky to try and stay focused. But here is the West Ham's starting 11. It's Onana in goal. They've got Kilman, Vivian. They've got Souček and Alvarez in midfield. Kudus, Cherki, Somerville is a player to watch out for. And they've got Santiago Castro leading the line for them. For us, though, Christopher Lund Hansen starts for us, making his debut since we signed him. I decided not to give him a go in the cup game. I decided to go with Pickering for that cup game instead. But it's a big debut for him here. And looking at his stats, I'm assuming he'll be a tenacious little player. Well, he's not little; he's 6 foot. I'm assuming he's going to be up and down that pitch quite seamlessly. And that's one of the attributes I like from my fullback, which is why, Robertson of Liverpool, it's a fantastic example. He goes forward with the same intensity as he goes backwards. And the other player that does it as well. Look at that, though. That's the power I'm talking about coming from him. Up and down that left flank. It's picked up a decent cross there. But Tyrese Dolan couldn't make anything of him. It's exactly the same as the Fulham's left back. We talked about him when we faced Fulham. Anton Robinson. You've got Patrice Evra, the other player that reminds me of that sort of tenacity up and down the pitch. Good start. Somerville is a player that we've got to watch out for. One of the top scorers. Certainly in the top 5, I believe, Premier League top scorers at this stage of the season. What a block that was. West Ham almost taking the early advantage there. Is he going to go short there? Ryan Cherki with the corner. A lot of teams are looking at that Cherki in real life, aren't they? Good player, Tell you what, I was watching, is it Cherki you say? That's how you pronounce his name, isn't he? I was watching some of his, what save? I was watching some of his highlights in the under 21s. Under 21's French squad, some of his finishing. I know it's only training session, but if anyone haven't seen that video, just search for Cherki's under 21 French training finishing. It's amazing. Left foot, right foot. He's just so good at it. As Kudus driving forward. That I was waiting for this moment to almost test his 1v1 capabilities, and he's not only just good at 1v1 defending as well. He's just shown there early stages though. But one thing I've also noticed, he's strong. He's really strong. Lund Hansen. I think we've got early stages to say this, but in terms of what I've seen in this half, we have got a decent little player there. 77 rated. He's only gonna get better. I just like that stamina, that intensity going up and down that left-hand side. It's Wang Jae-won, who's quietly gone on his business since we signed him in the summer. He picked up a bad injury, which in terms of progress, it did set him back a little bit. Oh, but he's come back and picked up exactly where he's left up from. What a strike, Monday. He's yet to score a goal for us. And what a way that would have been to open up his account here at Blackburn Rovers. Stonewall to win possession back. Back to Jumonde. He was going to hit it again. Second time. Trying to go for the second time lucky there. I mean, if there's any one team that is looking to win this game, it is Blackburn Rovers at the moment. I do hope we carry on putting the pressure, though. That was the space for Somerville. Why did he not play the pass there? Santiago Castro, you would never know. Big tackle. Let's make some substitutions here. There we go. Diamonde and Bonnet being replaced by Todd Cantwell and Nene. We need Bonnet to start scoring a goal, man. I almost want to call this Operation Get Bonnie scoring again. It's exactly the same as Morgan Gibbs-White. It's been a while since both players scored a goal. I remember Morgan Gibbs-White couldn't stop scoring at the start of the season. Just a little bit of a purple patch for him. That is an awful tackle, Somerville. It's gonna be a red card. It's gonna be a red card. A little bit too harsh. Maybe the tackle doesn't deserve the red card. I would have only given him a yellow. It's a genuine attempt to win. It's reckless, but it's a genuine attempt to win possession back for them. Honestly, I don't think it deserves a red card. It's about to Berger trying to slide that one through to Todd Cantwell. But it's read by, is it Alvarez? Oh my God, we cannot have a man advantage and then concede a goal. Oh, what a chance that was for the West Ham striker. So Cantwell, can we slip that one into Wang Jae-won? I was tempted to hit it there. I felt better chances there. Tyrese Dolan. Oh no, how many times are we gonna hit the crossbar in this game? How many times are we gonna hit the crossbar in this game? What a goal that would have been for Lund Hansen as well, making his debut today against West Ham. And Todd Cantwell could only find the side netting. Oh, we've been the better team in this game and we deserve to be winning. I'm sure West Ham could say the same because they had that important opportunity, didn't they? No, I don't think we're going to have any more chance to win this game. But if we can't win it, we have to at least get a point. It's not a time to lose the game. Brian Cherky. Oh, to Mendes. No, what a save. Oh, wow. Both teams, I'm sure, both teams can definitely say we had chances to win the game. The fact that we hit the crossbar twice in this game makes it a little bit unlucky. But those were from spectacular. There weren't clear-cut chances. West Ham, to be honest, got the better of the clear-cut opportunities in this game. But both teams could say we deserve to win it. But you know what? In the balance of play, maybe a draw is probably a fair result for both teams. And the Molineux Stadium is our next destination here, coming up against a Wolverhampton side that are lacking in confidence right now, 19th in the Premier League. They've only picked up 15 points from their opening 22 games. And that's 3 wins for them, 2 draws and 13 defeats. I'm hoping we can add to their miserable season here. 19th in the league. It's a game that we must win, especially if we want to keep our top 3, top 4 ambitions alive and keep going at this stage. And we're not far away from Manchester City right now as well. I think we're only 3 points behind them. So this is a game that you want to keep on winning. They've got Tommy Doyle, a player that I do like, in that midfield for them. I'm not sure why he hasn't been playing much for Wolves in recent games, but I think there is a really, really good player in there. A player that one of his best attributes, and when I've watched him play, is to control the tempo of a game, control possession for Wolves. He's quite good at that. The former, I believe, Manchester City centre midfielder, a player that I would not mind in our team. I'll definitely take him in our team. But Sudakov here, the Wolverhampton Wanderers captain, early start here for the home side. Oh wow, it's not the type of mistakes that we want to be making in this half. He got all the praise in the last game. Christopher Lund Hansen, I thought he was fantastic. He had that shot as well that hit the post. hit the crossbar, I should say, rather. Chelsea have got the lead earlier on here. 8 minutes into the game, Chelsea have taken the lead at Leicester City. It's always nice to play out from the back, isn't it? If you get it right, playing out from the back, the reward, the positive outweighs the negative. But that's a good ball here to Bunny. Can he turn? Yes, he's found Diomande. Oh no, Diomande! He came close to getting his first goal for Blackburn Rovers against West Ham United. The crossbar denied him, but there was nothing that was going to deny him this one. A little bit of a lucky break for him. Couple of ricochets there. It fell kindly to him. The finish, though, is never in doubt. And I tell you what, if there's any player that deserves it, it is Diomande. He's been fantastic for us. Oh, what a turn, Diomande. He makes it look effortless, doesn't he? He makes it look effortless. Can we cut in here with Bunny? Yes, we can. Right foot, Bunny. Oh, tried to go for the top right-hand corner there. I tell you what, he should be doing so much better than that, though. Manchester City have taken the lead there against Everton. It makes this game a must-win now for us. If it wasn't a must-win before, can we sweat that one? Oh, can we sweat that one? I really want Bunny to score a goal. I really want Bunny to score a goal for us. So the far post to Diomande. Almost getting a lucky break again on that far post this time. Oh, Bunny, you need a goal, man. Your striker needs to be scoring most of your goals. He needs that confidence back. I think if he scores one, he's going to go on and score a lot in the next few games. At near post. You know what has been fixed so far in this game? The near post, good interception there, Diomande. The near post sort of save on previous FIFA. If you shoot to the near post, you would score. I'll say about 70-80% of the time it was just OP really. But I'm really happy that you still score from the near post. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as frequent as it has been on previous games. Here is Bunny. He's gonna hit it. You can see every opportunity that I get with him. I'm trying for him to score a goal. When we get him scoring a goal again, we can focus on Morgan Gibbs-White, who has been in a little bit of a purple patch right now. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Bunny gets him. Oh, I tell you what. He finished that one, though, like a player who's been scoring a lot of goals for us lately. I cannot remember the last time Bunny scored a goal for us, but cheeky little dink there. The goalkeeper committed, the centre-back committed there, making it easy for us. Oh, but what a finish. That is just lovely. That is cheeky. And that is what you want to see from your striker. Excellent finish. I set a target for him when we signed him. I said 20 goals in our competition. Don't get me wrong, I think he will do it, 20 goals in our competition. But if he can exceed that talent even better, the only thing with that is if he exceeds 20 goals target this season, he's gone too early there. He's going to make the run again. Oh, yes, Bunny with the brace, gets in. The only thing is if he exceeds that target of 20 goals, it just means that next season we will set an even higher expectation for him. But yeah, he's doing quite well. He's doing quite well for us. That's a good pass from Nene as well. I mean, I tell you, that confidence for strikers, it's everything, man. When they're not scoring goals, it feels like it's the end of the world. But as soon as they start scoring and getting that confidence back, everything looks so easy then. Substitutions here. Buckley replaced Diomande. Nene as well is replaced by Tyrese Dolan, I believe. I mean, if you've noticed, I have been taking off, Nene is replaced by Leonard, I should say. But if you've noticed, I've been taking off Diomande a little bit more frequent lately. It's just the fact that I cannot afford to lose him. Like the way I defend, the tenacity midfield is crucial to how we play in this team. Oh, I'm trying to sweat that one. Good save. So Cantwell, it's a good ball to Bunny. Cut inside. Could he get his hat-trick? We're going to attempt it at least. The shot's been blocked there. It's been a very comfortable game, I've got to say. Wolves have had their moments, they've had the moments as every Premier League team would do, and when you face them, but their moments haven't been too many to trouble us at all. But it's a comfortable 3 points here after the 0-0 draw against West Ham. It was important that we scored goals in this game, and most importantly that we get the 3 points. I think Manchester City have won their game against Everton as well, so 3 points here for us. It was crucial. It'll be a season to remember for us. We're second, comfortably second right now, 6 points above Liverpool in third, and we are 4 points behind Manchester City, who are top of the league. Manchester City, they lost to Chelsea and lost to Tottenham. Not Tottenham, Newcastle, by the way. So they lost both to Chelsea and Newcastle. 1-0 defeat there against Newcastle. They won their last game, though, against Everton, as you'd expect them to do. But they are still top of the league. Long way to go till the end of the Premier League season. But it's looking like we will be finishing in the top 3, top 4 come the end of this season. We're 9 points above Brighton, who are picking up a lot of points right now. 9 points with how many games to go? 22 played, 38 games to play, 16 games to play from now to the end of the season. That is a lot of games to be able to close up on a 9 point advantage. But at the moment, we're looking fairly comfortable in that top 4 position. Leeds United, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Fulham, bottom of the league. You've got Burnley just about avoiding relegation right now. Bournemouth, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Everton, Leicester, and West Ham have dropped to 11th as well. Manchester United and Arsenal there, 8th and 9th, respectively. Chelsea are beginning to push forward here into that top 4, only 3 points behind Brighton, who are in 4th. But what a season we're having here, man. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.